Alright YouTube, what's up? Scottish Bear here again. Back at you with another update. I gotten a little bit more work done, as you can see. I went ahead and used excuse me. I went ahead and used some 2x4s for the roof, and those also get a piece of MDF, and the interior here will be sealed with you know, most likely some either some modeling clay, which I found a good deal on, incidentally. I found 25 pounds of modeling clay for about 25 bucks. So all the transitions and everything, like this that you see right here, all this will get filled in with some modeling clay, and it'll be tapered off, so they'll be all smooth transitions. And I built these two little pieces here, and there'll be like a piece of MDF that goes over the top of that. And once the modeling clay is in, everything will be fiberglass, so the whole thing will be like completely sealed. And I went ahead and this is only a single piece of MDF right here, but the plan was to put 3/18s in here. And what I wanted to do is, because of the motor structure, or the basket, you see that depth right there? I wanted to make sure I had enough room, because even though I'm going to be using an 1.5-inch baffle, you know, I wanted it to make sure it would sit. So I didn't end up needing that, but we went ahead and built the roof to there, because this space right here is about 15.5 inches. And as you know, a 2x4 is 2 by 4 inches, so that wouldn't have worked. So what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and then with the top I already made, I went ahead and put a secondary piece in here, which isn't it isn't glued and screwed down yet. As you can see, I haven't done it. I just cut it a couple minutes ago, but I wanted to make a little update for you guys and see where I'm at. As you can see, you know, you still got a little bit of light coming in, and you know, I have been gluing. I didn't do a very good job right there. I made a little mess, but I still have to seal in this. I still have to fill in that that little channel right there. And you know, like I said, I'm going to use the modeling clay, and it should be pretty straight. But the problem I'm running into is that 3 just isn't going to fit. You know, so we're just going to go ahead and go with 2/18s, and I guess it'll end up being a hybrid SQ system again. You know, so. That should be pretty straight, because the new setup will have just the 2/18s, which is actually cost efficient, you know, because I don't have to buy another one. And there'll be the 10-inch eminence in the doors, and then there'll be the hook that up in the car, and eventually have one for the left and the right side. So we're gonna see if we can actually have a SQ wall. You know, it should be pretty straight. Not that I'm, you know, breaking any I'm not breaking any records or any rules, or, you know, I'm not the first person to do it probably, but you know, it should be pretty straight. But yeah, this is about as far as I've gotten. It's Sunday morning. I plan on doing a little bit more to it, and then I'm going to hang it up, and I'm going to wait until until I get some more materials, because right now all we're looking at is I need 1 more gallon of resin, I need the modeling clay, and I need 2 pieces of MDF, and I can finish this fucking thing. Not only that, but I have my old amplifiers, so I mean, I could actually toss in these 18s and just run them on 240 watts a piece for now. Which, you know, I mean, once I build the beauty panels and shit, it should be knocking in here. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, I may not even upgrade it after that, but we'll have to see subs are actually capable of, you know, because it's only like 350 watts RMS, 500 watts max. But I've heard a lot of people running these in ported enclosures, and they're looking at close for like 750 watts a piece. So, like I said, our amp choices are based on that. So with 2 subs, we could end up, you know, blowing them with like, you know, with overpowered Stetson. So if I can find like a 700 to like a 1,000 watt, or like even like a 1.2K, you know, then that would be enough. And I'll only need a secondary battery, and it's going to be whole.